Do you like the deliciousness of this popcorn and want to learn how to make it on the stove for a fraction of the cost of microwave popcorn? And by the way, it tastes better. Keep watching. First off, oil in the bottom of the pot. Let me see. See the little bit of oil that's going around? So you can see I'm not covering it with an extra thick amount of oil because it will just put way too much oil on the popcorn for my liking. But that's what you have to remember, is that the more oil you put on it, the more it's going to coat your popcorn and you're going to taste the difference. So you do it to your preference. Then, in my Cafe Bustelo, I have all my popcorn. You're going to want to do a good general coating of the entire bottom of the pot. Now, make sure every kernel is equally loved for. One thing that's different about this is that I used to put the oil in the pot, put a few kernels of popcorn in, put the lid on, turn the oven on, and then wait till they started popping, and then add my popcorn. I will tell you, that is a fast track to getting splattered with hot oil. It's not fun. I even did the trick where I would lift the lid up backwards and try to put the popcorn in from this angle, so I was mostly protecting myself with the lid. Don't do it. It's not worth it in my experience. You are just going to potentially get splattered with oil. I have not found that I burn any popcorn at the bottom of this. I've not found the world implodes if I do my popcorn like this. I would highly recommend against just putting in a few and then adding more later because of the sincere and severe possibility of getting splattered with oil. Now, about how you add the popcorn. Do whatever you want. You can do Cafe Bustelo, an old can of it. You can do it from a bag. You can do whatever you like. That part is completely up to you. The popcorn is getting ready to pop. It really wants to. You can hear the oil. Getting ready. Been about 3 minutes now that I've had the burner on high. So don't be surprised if it takes a little while. This isn't instantaneous. So it will take longer than just making it in the... Ooh, my first one! It will take longer than making it in the microwave. Second. You're not as good as the first, but that's okay. I think you can tell I'm a first child. And now if you want to, you can just sit here for the show. Now that the popping is slowing down, it's not worth it for getting a few extra kernels to have burnt ones at the bottom. So I turn the heat off. Sometimes there's a few extra little pops with the residual heat. There we go. Sometimes there isn't. Now, if you have a blue bowl, I highly recommend it because it's pretty. If you don't, I won't hold it against you. I didn't have it for years. Now, again, there is hot oil involved. Please don't burn yourself. Be aware that there's hot oil this entire time. There's a delicious popcorn. I love it. I'm going to put some sea salt on it because that makes it delicious, in my opinion, but you do what makes you happy. What I will say about washing the pot is if you put the lid on and you let it sit and cool down, when you take the lid off, it's going to smell god-awful. Horrible. I don't recommend it. You'll be able to get the smell out, no problem. It's just not, something you want to come home to. What I would also say is that oil can be a little bit of a problem to get out of a pot, especially when the pot is splattered with oil, the lid is splattered with oil. If your dish detergent isn't working well enough, or if you're not entirely convinced that your dishwasher is going to handle it, what I like to do, a pro tip, is to take a little bit of baking soda, sprinkle it in the pot, sprinkle it in with a bit of dish detergent, do a quick scrub of the pot and the lid. Oil will just come off so much easier. Those are my recommendations. Always be aware you are working with hot oil. It will take longer than microwave popcorn. It is 1,000 times better than microwave popcorn, and it's cheaper, so I highly recommend it. If you want to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe.